Ambassador, you've been in the news of late. This 10-page birthday letter you wrote Jeffrey Epstein, admittedly 5 years before his first conviction. It makes a pretty,
over 20 years ago.
5 years before he was convicted. It makes a pretty cringeworthy reading. I have two questions on that, really. How does it feel to see those words blasted across the world? And how do you think it feels to those people who are fighting Epstein for justice?
I find them very embarrassing to see and to read, but as you say, they were written before he was indicted. But I just feel two things now. One, I feel a tremendous sense, a profound sense of sympathy for those people, those women who suffered as a result of his behaviour and his illegal criminal activities. And secondly, I regret very, very deeply indeed carrying on that association with him for far longer than I should have done.
How long was it?
Oh, it was a matter of years after I initially met him, and I regret very much that I fell for his lies. I fell and accepted assurances that he had given me about his indictment, his original criminal case in Florida. Like very many people, I took at face value what he said. With hindsight, with fresh information, many years later, we realized that we had been wrong to believe him. He's a charismatic criminal liar, we now see. And I regret very much indeed, and I felt it like an albatross around my neck since his death in 2018 or 19 when it was. I feel a tremendous sense of regret, not only that I met him in the first place, but that I continued the association and I took at face value the lies that he fed me and many others.
So after he was first convicted, first indicted, you continued a business and personal friendship relationship?
It was not a business relationship.
Not a business relationship. You didn't do any business together, even informally, introducing to people, doing people, scratching backs, as you put it earlier. Nothing.
He never. He operated in a financial and business way, way above my level. Yes, he was always saying, "Would you like to see so and so? I've got this friend. I'm having this dinner. Would you like to come?" Or he was a prolific social networker and a political networker. That is true. But I just would say this to you, Harry. During all the time I was an associate of his, I never saw the wrongdoing. I never saw any evidence of criminal activity. I never sought, and nor did he offer any introductions to women in the way that allegedly he did for others. Perhaps it's because I'm a gay man. Perhaps when I knew him...
In all those years you saw nothing untoward,
perhaps
heard no whispers on the wind.
Perhaps when I was associating with him those years ago, as I did with my then partner and now husband, Ronaldo, we never, ever saw any evidence or sign of this activity which has since come to light. That's why I feel so profoundly upset by what is now has been now revealed about what he did to women, and why I feel profoundly upset that I was taken in by him and continued my association with him for far longer than I should have.
But does that naivety on your part not make your current job as a very senior diplomat quite difficult if you're willing to accept that you were essentially conned?
I lived in London. I'm a Brit. He lived in New York. He was an American. Perhaps if I had been in closer proximity...
Well, you stayed with him on a number of occasions, as you admit.
I did in the early years. That's certainly true. And now I regret it. Now I regret it. I regret being taken in by him, as very many other people do. But it was 10 years later, when he was federally prosecuted, that people suddenly learned of what he had been up to for all those years.
Donald Trump, President Trump, seems reluctant to clear the decks on this one. Would you be in a personal capacity, be supportive of the Epstein files, so-called Epstein files being released?
That's not a matter for me. That's
as a personal matter, as someone who is potentially named in them, would you have any problem with them being published?
I don't believe I'm named in Epstein files. I have no doubt at all that there's a lot of traffic, correspondence,
emails,
exchanges
letters
between us? Absolutely. And we know those are going to surface, we know they're going to come out, we know they're going to be very embarrassing, and they know that I'm going profoundly to regret ever having met him and been introduced to him in the first place. But I can't rewrite history. What I can do is express my profound sympathy for those who were badly treated by him, and secondly, I can accept that I continued my association with him for too long.
Have you discussed this with the Prime Minister, and do you retain his full support on this matter? And have you discussed it with the President?
I haven't discussed it with either the President or the Prime Minister, and I hope that I'm doing a good enough job as ambassador here in the United States